Baby, it ain't over till it's over. That's the title. Ain't over till the fat lady sings. I'm not a fat lady, I'm a fat lad. But here we go. It's happened. It was one of the craziest games of football I've ever watched. And, well, let me tell you. I think it's it personally. I think we're out of the Champions League. I think we will fall to pieces. I've said it before on previous streams that we're going to crash out of this season's Champions League. We don't belong in the Champions League. We're not good enough. But tonight we showed a lot of fight, and it's one of our better performances this season. I've made a couple of notes. The pen talks. This has become one of the trends of this channel. Firstly, I'll take it back to the start. The Maguire and Evans partnership. It was working, but Evans is 35, and tonight it showed. I can't remember what the time was when he went off, but it was quite early on in the game. He obviously picked up. I can't even remember what happened. I'd just left the room to go to the toilet. But something happened. He went off, and then obviously there was the crowd issue in the game, and that was just part of the craziness of what was going on. But it was working, and I felt it was what needed to be done, which leads me on to Mr. Varane. Something's going on. I think he's going to be sold, possibly as soon as January. And the way his body language was tonight was that he doesn't want to play for us anymore, or play for the manager, whichever one it is. I don't feel like something's not right. This I'm going to say was a world-class defender, 5-time Champions League winner. That's why we brought him in. But something's not right. It's not a malicious rumour I'm making up here. There's many people talking about this, and it's just me looking at his body language tonight. I think he even ignored Ten Hag as he came on. I don't know. I just he was such a good defender for us last season, and defensively for the whole of us last season was incredible. But we are missing Luke Shaw. We are missing Martinez, and we've only just got Wan-Bissaka back. And Malacia as well. I thought Malacia was a little gem last season. Had some great performances last season, and we need back. We do have an injury crisis going on, but between tonight's game and the Crystal Palace game in the Carabao Cup, the third whatever round it was, first game of the Carabao Cup. We're not in it anymore, so who gives a shit? Were our two best games of the season. Tonight we showed fight. We had some passion. I can see someone's watching live. Hello, whoever you are. Drop in the comments. Let's have a bit of an exchange going on. Want to try and make these shows as interactive as possible. So thank you for watching, whoever you are. Even if you're a YouTube moderator. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Maguire and Evans. I expect with Evans' age, time's going to tell, but I think he'll probably be out for quite a while now. Varane, he's going to go. He's going to go at some point. Hello to second. There's another person watching live. Thanks for coming along. Hit a comment in below. Let's get talking. Yeah. As we move along the game, I'm going to say what appears to be controversial in my opinion, Rashford's red card was a red card. Drop the pen moment. Everybody is saying that. Yeah, I've got a comment. Flash is on. Flash Talks is on. Flash. That's where it came from. Thank you, Taylor. Good to have you. And thanks for the like, whoever it is. As I said, I want these shows to be as interactive as they possibly can be. It's quite nice doing a late night edition as well. Rashford's card. What was that about? So, in my opinion, I don't know if you watched it or not, Taylor, but I know they showed it on slow-mo many a times, and all the pundits are moaning about the slow-mo and blah, blah, blah. But he should have known where his leg was going, and it was only going to end one way. And to be very lucky that the guy didn't break his ankle. That could easily have been a massive fuck-up. And he had to go. In today's game, that's it. Bye-bye. And we talk about decisions in the game so much now. It's getting boring. But our whole mindset completely changed when Rashford went off. And I think we did show some fight. We showed a lot of fight, but the organisation went out the window, particularly with the third and fourth Copenhagen goals. Defensive mess, absolute mess. We were so solid last season, so solid group. This season was shocking. This season is shocking. Sorry, it was just a crazy game of football. I mean, I couldn't believe it when we got to half time at like 9:15, whatever it was. So got stuff. I don't know. It was just a bit of a mess tonight, and but it's kind of what you enjoy football for, these sort of crazy nights. And it didn't go our way. We actually got that penalty that Bruno scored, and I think that was soft. That's another probably controversial thing. A United fan here saying that the Rashford one was a red card, and also the penalty we got was not a penalty. In my opinion, it was just too soft. But got it. He scored it, smashed it in. I think there was a lot of positives to take from tonight's game. And my final point, unless anybody's got anything else they want to say, see some of you are still watching, so hit some comments in. Ten Hag in. The media and a lot of the fan base are now going to turn to this manager. Mason Mount coming on, I think it was with 10 minutes to go, maybe a bit less than that, and playing him as the striker. It is a bit of an odd choice. However, you got to throw something at it. And I think our manager has got into desperate mode, and sometimes this is going to pay off and sometimes it won't. We scored 3 goals away from home tonight and lost. And it's hard. It's going to be hard to come back from that. We're bottom of the group as it stands. Galatasaray away is next. Now, people talked about the atmosphere of this game going into it. I'm actually watching it, and I know it's completely different. If you're in the stadium, it's massively different. But watching it, I felt at times, especially when we went 2-0 up, we really silenced this crowd. And they weren't, as intimidating as I was expecting them to be. And I don't know if that's why we showed the fight. The players thought there was a chance. But from a neutral, you probably loved watching that game because it was utter chaos. There was stuff going on everywhere. But it was a crazy game of football. I'm not one here to rate players. I think defensively we fell apart at the end. However, the media licks his arse all the time, but Maguire, he was putting in a performance tonight. He was playing for the shirt. He was playing like his future depended on it, and you can never knock his effort. You can't. And I was quite happy with Maguire tonight. I'm quite happy with a lot of the performance tonight. It's quite weird to come away from it with so many positives when we've lost 4-3. Luton Town is next at Old Trafford on Saturday. I actually think the Champions League has been a bit of an odd distraction for us this season because we keep having these Rasmus Højlund moments. I think it's 5 goals now in the Champions League that just give us this glimpse of magic into the future. And in the Premier League, we kind of crash back to reality. Our best performances this season have been that Crystal Palace Carabao Cup game and tonight. And Premier League, it's time for it this week. If we scored 3 goals away at Copenhagen, we can score 3 or more at Old Trafford on Saturday. Let's do it before the international break. Let's get the job done against Luton. They'll be up for it after their performance against Liverpool. So we have to be ready for it. And I have seen speculation that this is the game that decides the manager's future. I don't know if the club are now behaving in that way or not. They've always been based on results and obviously other factors with players' morale. Morale is sort of at a low when you've got comments from Rashford, stop spreading malicious rumours, and no one's spreading malicious rumours, mate. We're just having opinions out here in the world. Win, lose or draw, you stick by your team. My team, not my local team, I must add, but they'll always be my team. I'm sorry, they are. And Manchester United, huge global fan base. People get jealous of it. Sorry about that. Nothing you do about that. I hate this catchphrase, but we go again on Saturday. There is a lot of positives to take from tonight, even though I think we are going to go out the Champions League. And I am going to say it. If it's going to happen, let's not drop into Europa. I think it's something this team doesn't have in it now. We need that mentality of being hungry to get back into these competitions and hopefully show the fight in the rest of the season of the Premier League. And they definitely need a break. Something has not worked all season. I think we played more games than anyone else last season. But that happens when you get to 2 domestic cup finals. We went very far in the Europa League. But it's also not an excuse. There has to be something going on behind the scenes with the fitness teams, and don't know where this is going to go this season. But for once, I was getting really frustrated watching games, and my wife, God bless her, she'll say, "You're really in a piss-ass mood after a game." Tonight I'm not. We've lost. I'm not in a mood. I'm actually feeling quite optimistic about the future. I think probably a lot of fans have given up on the manager, on the team, but I saw so many positives tonight, and I think this is a marathon, not a sprint. Everyone says that over and over again, but come May, we'll see where we are. I've said it before. I think top 6 will be a massive achievement this season for this team, for the manager. If he's still here, I fucking hope he is. And look out for way off it yet. Look out for January transfer window. As I said, something's going on with Iran. I wouldn't be surprised if something like Saudi Arabia is lined up. We know they did come in for him last summer, and he categorically said, no, I'm staying at United. Whether something's changed now, he is getting on in age, and the Premier League is so physical, and he didn't have it tonight. He didn't look ready for it. So I don't know. Could be the end. Could be the end of a few others as well, which is what I personally want. I want so many players moved on. I didn't really want Varane moved on yet. Thought we could at least get this season, maybe next, out of him, but it may not be the case. Keep your heads up, Reds. We have got a long way to go, and there's a lot more to come. And I'm sure there will be some good performances along the way. Tonight was just the start. Call me a plonker if you want for saying the Rashi one was a red card, but that's me. That's Flash. That's Flash Talks. I don't beat around the bush. I just say it how I see it. Whether I'm wrong or not, this is my opinion. Pen Talks, Flash Talks, done for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Nice to have a bit of interaction tonight. And have some more content coming up soon. I've had a few days rest, and thanks for the interaction on the what was the last one I did? The top 40 Radio 1 presenters. That seems to be my most popular live I've done so far. Whether radio is a topic you want me to keep going on with, we'll see. Flash Talks. Please hit a like. Please subscribe. Another thing I quickly want to say about subscribe. I don't know if people are familiar with the YouTubing world. It's been around a long time, so probably bloody are. But do people get put off hearing subscribe? Does that sound like a subscription that you've got to pay for? You ain't got to pay for this. Who's paying for this? No one's paying for this shit. It just keeps you regularly updated on what Flash Talks is doing. And it'll be much appreciated if you did subscribe to my content. And in your phone apps and that, you can mute me if you want. You don't have to know. Just a subscription to me would be great. Likes, amazing. YouTube were messing with my head, I must say. When I was checking the top 40, we got up to 3.5k likes, but only 4 views. That really, really did mess with my head. To then the next morning see it was only 1 like. I don't know if people were just pissing about with it and go like, and then unlike or whatever it is. Or YouTube just glitched. I have no idea. But I'm enjoying it. Flash Talks is keeping me fairly sane. But laughing at my own shit now. That's it. Flash Talk's done. I'll see you again soon. Double pen tonight. Double pen. Double pen. Have that. Flash Talks done. Manchester United almost out of the Champions League, but plenty of reasons to be cheerful. Keep your chin up, Reds. Rival fans, I bet you're loving it. Good night, all.